will fold. So will Sexton. Humorous lets it go. Cunningham does as well. And Jean Giannotti will call with a king-jack. So two players to the flop. Ace, king, jack, two clubs.
Check.
Giannotti has spiked two pair. Jalassi has the flush draw. Giannotti checks, I believe, with the intention of raising. And Jalassi walks right into it, bets 7,000, and there's the raise.
To 25,000.
I guess I'm just intimidating.
Jalassi with merely an 8-high flush draw. He was the aggressor before the flop. He was aggressive on the flop. And he'll continue to be aggressive. He raises more than 94,000. That's enough to commit Giannotti's entire stack. Super bold play from Jalassi. Remember, he only has an 8-high flush draw here. Giannotti does have two pair, and he has to ask himself, is he willing to risk his tournament on it now?
And he folds. Jalassi's going to take down that pot with a nice semi-bluff. He plays a very aggressive style, and that puts a lot of pressure on his opponents, making some of them think that he may be better suited to the Psycho Ward than a poker table.
My name is Ramsey Jalassi. I am from Stockholm. I'm 21 years old.
A lot of people seem to think I'm crazy. I mean, sometimes I can go crazy on the table if they let me. I remember playing with Eric Lindgren and Phil Hellmuth in WSOP Europe. And after that, Eric Lindgren thought I was a bit of a maniac.
Why are you so sick, Eric? Why'd you have to do that to me?
I had pretty good grades. I read a lot of mathematics and stuff like that. I got kind of bored of it, so I didn't perform really well. And also poker came into the picture. But I have plans to go to study. I could lose all my money. I mean, I probably won't, but if I do, then I can't sit there 25 years old living with my mom and have no money. So it'd be a good idea to get an education, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I just take one day at a time and hope to have fun and hope to, we'll just see what happens in life.
Well, so far it's worked out pretty well for him.
No doubt, Barry. A lot of accomplished pros will tell you they'd rather play against somebody who does it by the book than an unpredictable maniac. Jalassi's a hard one to figure out.
Checking in downstairs where Michael Binger's in bad shape. He's put it all in with pocket kings, but he's run into the aces of Erik Seidel.
That's just a cold deck, Barry. Nothing that can be done here but put it all in.
And the flop, 10-5-3. Not very helpful to Binger. Seidel still with the lead. Turn card is a 10 of clubs.
Binger needs one of the two remaining kings or his Aussie Millions run is finished.
And the river is a 6 of clubs. That's going to do it for Michael Binger. He has been eliminated by Erik Seidel, who will add more chips to a growing stack, which now totals 185,000. Meanwhile, another top pro in trouble. Mike Matusow is all in and trailing 67-year-old Antonio Casale. Matusow has ace-jack to Casale's pocket queens.
See me walking. I know I'm going to win.
Here's the flop.
Flop is 10-7.
10-7-5. That completely missed Matusow. He's starting to gather up the goods.
Doctor.
And Mike getting ready to look for the exit.
Really thought I had the best hand.
Matusow needs running cards for a straight or an ace.
It's an ace! And it is an ace! And Matusow now has the lead. He just needs to avoid a queen on the river, and he will double up. On the river. It is a deuce.
Thank you, I'm a superstar.
Mike Matusow wins the hand and survives.
Poker, poker, it's all skill. Just be an idiot and go uphill.
Well, we'll see if a little luck can go a long way for Mike the Mouth. Day 2 action of the Aussie Millions from the Crown Melbourne here in Australia. Action continues at our feature table now. Ewan Morgan going to be the first to act, looking at a pair of 8s. It's going to raise to 5,500. Look at this from Lindgren. Pocket jacks.
And he just calls with those jacks. Interesting play with so many players behind him. Eric Lindgren apparently feels he doesn't need to protect his hand.
Sexton and Umerich both fold, so does Cunningham and now Giannotti. And Jalassi with a pair of 9s.
How much do you have, Eric? Like 120?
No, less.
Less?
Yeah.
About 100?
70, yeah, about 100.
Jalassi may be considering a re-raise here. Nope, he just calls.
Williamson folds. So 3 players to the flop. And the flop is an 8-3 deuce. Great for Morgan.
And bad news for Jalassi and Lindgren. They both have overpairs to that flop, but Morgan is holding the set.
And Morgan checks, setting a trap. And Lindgren falls right into it, betting 13,000.
13?
Now Jalassi. Still with an overpair. And he's going to fold.
Wow, pretty remarkable fold there. The situation didn't seem to warrant it, but Jalassi must have had a read on his opponents.
So now Morgan counting out a raise, and he's going to raise it to 33,000.
If I call 20, are you going all in on the turn?
Tough decision for Lindgren. He knows Morgan could have the better hand, but it's also possible Morgan could be pushing a flush draw.
Did you get so quiet all of a sudden, Mr. Chatty?
Morgan betraying nothing.
Lindgren contemplating his pair of jacks.
Get tight later.
Folds.
Tremendous fold.
You're not going to show this one?
I had a look.
Here.
It's gonna be fun to see on TV what happened there.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Can't wait.
Well, Lindgren makes a nice laydown there. He decides not to gamble, and that's a rarity for most poker players, because if there is action, you'll usually find them wagering on everything and anything.
Okay, why do we bet on everything?
Well, it's just the action.
I'm sick. I don't know why they do. I just need action.
I bet you this, I could find 3 people that would give a better answer than me.
It's fun.
We're gamblers. So when we have a disagreement, we tend to settle it with some money.
My worst loss bet is I have a tattoo of another man's initials on my back because of a last longer bet at the LAPC last year.
The most ridiculous bet I ever made was at the World Series of Poker, and I bet somebody $1,000 that they didn't have fingernail clippers in the makeshift gift shop that they do every year. I bet them that they didn't have fingernail clippers. They did. I lost the bet.
I mean, I know one of the stupider bets I made is when I bet like the Shawshank Redemption won Best Picture when the year Forrest Gump won it. And they said, no, don't make that bet. Doyle says to me, he goes, I made that bet and lost $5,000. I said, oh, no, I'm positive. I still made the bet after Doyle told me not to make the bet that he had lost the bet. So that was pretty bad, dumb bet.
Well, the most incredible thing I ever put money on, I didn't actually do. I did bet Eric Lindgren last summer that he could not play 4 rounds of golf in one day.
I had to break 100 4 times in a one-day period at the course in Vegas, and carrying my own bag in 106-degree heat. And that was messed up.
He did it. That son of a gun.
I lost 13 pounds in one day, and I should have went and got an IV. I was very, very sick.
I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian since 1990. And